I'm going to show you 3 ways how to decompress your spine at home. So many of us have back pain and we just want it pulled apart because it feels so tight and stiff, but we don't want to deal with those bulky inversion tables or those expensive machines. My name is Dr. Grant Elliott, founder of RehabFix, and we've helped thousands of people around the world fully recover from low back pain, disc herniation, and sciatica without any machines or gadgets. And in this episode, number 143 of the Low Back Pain Podcast, I'm going to give you the tools so that you can decompress your spine for back pain relief today. Real quick, if you have not joined my private Facebook group yet, you need to do so. It is called RehabFix Low Back Program. And immediately upon joining, you will receive our free step-by-step sciatica guide. This is the same process that we have taken thousands of our clients through around the world to identify exactly how to fix their sciatica and ultimately become pain-free through our one-on-one coaching program. In this group, you will be able to see our clients and what they're doing for success and additional resources and more free guides. So if you're serious about fixing your back, you need to join this group, RehabFix Low Back Program. See you soon. So let's decompress your spine. So many people feel like they just want their spine pulled apart. Oh, it feels so jammed up. I just need someone to pull it apart. So they buy these $300,000-$400,000 inversion tables off the internet, thinking that hanging upside down all day is going to fix their pain. And many people will get some temporary relief from inversion tables. Some of you will get harmful side effects. I would say about 75 to 80% of people will feel decent with inversion tables, but the second you get off and you start walking around and gravity recompresses your spine, it's pretty much just going to come right back. These inversion tables, they take up room, they're bulky, and they're not that attractive laying around the house. So a lot of people would like better alternatives, and we're going to give you some today. In addition to that, a lot of people will pursue decompression treatment plans from the local chiropractor or physical therapist. These typically range around $4,000 to $5,000, which, hey, if that fixes your pain, then great, well worth it. But these are usually 10 to 20 visits of a typical decompression machine. The classic one is called the DRX 9000. We get questions about this all the time. We get tons of clients who have already tried this that, yes, got temporary relief, but it just came back and they had to drive there and of course pay, a little bit of money for that, but it just didn't last. And they were like, hey, how can I just try to get the same thing on my own? Or what can I do on my own? This is why we're making this video, because I don't want you dealing with these inversion tables or decompression treatment plans that consume time, that consume space, and ultimately don't help that much in the end. So I'm going to give you 3 quick ways that you can decompress your spine yourself, and then give you some advice on how to take that a little bit further for actual lasting results. The first one, let's find an L-shaped counter in your house. This typically works best in a kitchen setting. You're going to put yourself in the corner of that L-shaped counter, and you're going to simply push your body off the ground while letting your feet leave the ground. So just imagine I'm in a corner, I'm facing into the counter, I'm pushing my body off the ground, and I'm letting my hips, low back relax, my feet are elevated, floating off the ground, and I'm just letting my lower back relax. The only thing about this particular variation is that it requires upper body strength. It requires some arm strength, some shoulder strength, some chest strength, but you will feel that decompression effect. You will feel the lower back gapping if you relax appropriately, and you will get some relief from this. To add a little bit of extra decompression, you can actually wiggle your hips. Once again, do not flex the lower back. Try to keep everything relaxed and just oscillate your hips back and forth like you're almost twisting, and that will help kind of shake the vertebra loose a little bit more. Not that your vertebrae easily shake apart, not by any means. Your spine is very strong, but you'll get just a little bit more gapping and oscillation as you perform that. Another way is hanging. Hanging is a classic method used not only for low back issues, but for shoulder issues as well. Long-standing distraction of these joints. A lot of people will hang for lower back health, and they will feel improvement. Once again, it will feel good during, it'll feel good immediately after. But the big problem with hanging is that you can only hang as long as you can hold. So if you don't feel like, destroying your forearms every day and then being sore all the time, you're not going to be able to hang that much. So you're not going to get much time doing this. Some people will use wrist straps or other tools to hang longer, but that just requires more equipment and setup, right? So that can work well, but once again, it is fatiguing and you might not be able to hold that long. The last way, and this is my favorite way, kneel on the ground with a bench or a chair directly in front of you. Put your hands on the bench or the chair in front of you and push your body up. This is very similar to the L-shaped counter decompression that we did in the kitchen there. But because the knees are on the ground, I find it is way easier to keep the lower back relaxed and the hips relaxed, and therefore you will feel that decompression much, much more. Having the legs still somewhat resting on the ground just helps keep everything relaxed, and you'll be able to hold this position longer as well. One additional tool that we can use for this is we can significantly increase the amount of weight or distraction on our lower body to improve that decompression effect by adding a weight on our lower half. You can grab a dumbbell and you can rest a set of dumbbells right behind your knees. Because your legs are bent, you have a platform to add weight. So you can put 2 dumbbells behind your knees. You can add a sandbag behind your knees. You could add whatever you want, whatever weight you want, you can stack behind your knees. This will obviously pull down more. And once again, as you are holding your body up, you will get a more intense distraction through the lumbar spine. Again, you can jostle your hips back and forth for additional oscillation to gap these joints and these discs. The main theory behind decompression is that you are allowing the discs to rehydrate and absorb more water, and also providing space for disc bulges and herniations to resorb. Some might say this process will take a few months of consistent decompression. And once again, yes, you will probably feel temporary relief doing these things, but think about it. If the entire purpose is essentially taking gravity off of your spine or distracting it to allow things to resorb or heal, the second you get out of that position and you walk around, it's going to undo most of what you just did. So this is why it is so important. Listen up here. If you feel better doing decompression stuff, you can continue doing it, but you need a combination of appropriate rehabilitation exercise to address the root issue to change your function. Because yes, decompression can reduce your pain in that moment, but it is not changing the movement of your spine. All the joints, all the discs, your hips, your low back strength, your core function, your hip mobility, your education of your spine and mechanics. It's not changing any of these things. There is nothing out there where you can just lay down and let something else do the work for you. Now, yes, the decompression movements I gave you today require you to put in a little bit more work than just the inversion table or the expensive machines, and that's great. You're putting in a little bit more work here, but still, it's still considered a passive approach. So we need to have a combination of these decompression movements with the right targeted low back exercises to fix your disc issue, or to take the pressure off the nerve, or to mobilize your nerve and to fully remove that sciatica fast. You should see fast improvement with a combination of the right things. The decompression alone will not do it. And that is why we get so many people every single day coming to us who've tried the inversion tables, who have tried the decompression treatment plans and saw temporary relief, but it just came back. And they're tired of it. And they're ready for something that will actually work. And this is why we work one-on-one with you around the world to help you go through the right plan as we hold your hand and walk it with you every single step of the way to guarantee that you see results every week and that we get you one step closer to getting out of pain every day so you can see the light at the end of the tunnel and you can get off this journey, because it's a tiring and exhausting journey. The journey of back pain sucks and you don't want to be on it any longer than you need to be. So let's take that shortcut. Let us hold your hand and let us guide you through the rehabilitation process so you can finally get rid of your pain wherever you are in the world. Once again, be sure to join my Facebook group, RehabFix Low Back Program, so you can get additional exclusive content and our free sciatica guide immediately upon joining. If you are watching this on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you are listening on your favorite podcast platform, please leave a 5-star rating and review so we can grow this podcast and help reach more individuals who deserve to get results, who feel like they're spinning their tires and getting frustrated in doing so. As always, move more, move in nature, move in the sun. Thank you so much for listening and have a great day.